Good evening and thank you for choosing THV 11 tonight. I'm Sarah Horbacewicz. Let's take a look at some of the top stories we're following this evening. Powerful storms killed at least 6 people after tearing through central Tennessee. As crews continue working through the rubble, tens of thousands are still without power. Plus, the humanitarian situation in Gaza is failing. Now, aid organizations say they may have to end their efforts amid intensified Israeli attacks. Hundreds of Arkansans in the National Guard are coming home for the holidays. At 10:49, you can watch their reunion with loved ones after nearly a year overseas. 2 years ago today, an Arkansas man, Terrence Caffey, died in police custody. Now his family is honoring his memory by giving back to the less fortunate in Little Rock. Tonight, THV 11's Brooke Buckner shows us how they're serving the community.
On Sunday, Terrence Caffey's family is still calling for accountability 2 years after his death. On December 10th, 2021, Caffey died after going into medical distress during his arrest by Little Rock police. Last fall, law enforcement released body camera video, and the Pulaski County prosecutor ruled the officers involved would not face criminal charges. Caffey's family is now honoring his life through helping others.
Putting smiles on their faces is what's helping us to move and go on.
They set up shop in front of Value Foods on Colonel Glenn, and people walked away with more than just smiles.
We just want to help the community out here. It's cold. Give back to them. We have sleeping bags, gloves, clothes, shoes, everything they would need to sleep out here in the cold.
Caffey's aunt and sister tell me this is what Terrence would have wanted.
Terrence had a passion for helping the homeless people, helping the underprivileged. He always rooted for the underdog, and so this was one of his passions. And so to keep his memory alive, we're coming out here and we're going to do what he would have wanted to do.
And this isn't the last giveaway. They hope to do this at least a couple times a month.
When we're trying to get this together and we're saying, oh, we don't have this, we don't have that, it's his spirit, his drive, his tenacity that we get from him to say, yes, we can, we're going to do it, and we just keep on.
At the end of the day, they say they're looking for accountability.
We're going to believe that God is in control of that. He's going to work it out. So what we're going to do is what we need to do on our end, and this is some of it.
In Little Rock, Brooke Buckner, THV 11 News.
You can find updates for future giveaway events on the family's Facebook page for Terrence Caffey. We have that linked right now on our website at thv11.com.
Well, all the sunshine we saw this afternoon helped us get a little bit warmer than initially anticipated, but still right along average for this time of year. The high this afternoon, 55, that average high 54, so awfully close to that. We woke up this morning, though, in the upper 30s, just a little bit warmer than normal for this time of year. But as we look towards tonight into tomorrow, it's getting even colder tonight. That overnight low just below the freezing mark, with clear skies waking up tomorrow. Highs looking to get into more of the middle 50s. I'll look over the next several days coming up in your full forecast.
We are continuing to follow the aftermath of severe storms in Tennessee last night. Tonight, crews are still digging out from the rubble after an outbreak of tornadoes flipped trucks, flattened homes, and toppled power lines, leaving tens of thousands without power. Manuel Bajorquez reports from Nashville.
There was little doubt as the intense storm blew through Middle Tennessee.
Oh my God!
That these incredibly large funnel clouds near the heart of Nashville,
oh my God,
would cause major damage.
I hope nobody was in those houses. Guys, it was really bad.
This is the rubble left in its wake, devastating, deadly, and widespread.
This morning we have a lot of families who are suffering.
It's going to take a lot of time, a lot of resources, and us coming together to get through this difficult time.
The damage is heaviest in Clarksville and in Hendersonville, where little is left of this antique mart. That's where Pam Miller and 5 customers, including Sheila Mays and Gwendolyn Murphy Gardner, rushed to the shelter below.
We got down to the basement just in time, within about less than 5 minutes. We shut the door and everything began to rip apart.
What was that like?
It was frightening.
Had you not gone down there, what do you think
we
would have happened?
Oh, we've been under all this stuff.
You would have been under all of this.
Wow.
No doubt. We made it! We made it! Hallelujah!
Tonight, those here are salvaging what they can, cleaning up, and taking stock.
Yeah, we need help. We need help. We made it.
How grateful are you right now that you and your customers were okay?
God was with us the whole time. No doubt in my mind.
Crews have been deployed to these hard-hit neighborhoods to try to restore power, but at last check, more than 20,000 customers were still without electricity, and temperatures are expected to dip below freezing overnight. Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News, Nashville.
Now tonight, Little Rock police are still searching for a suspect. This after a Friday night shooting turned into a murder investigation. Just before 11 p.m. Friday, officers got a shots fired call from the 4400 block of 27th Street. 34-year-old Brad Curry was taken to the hospital but died early yesterday. This is the city's 59th known homicide of the year. New tonight, we have an update on a 2018 murder case now closed. On Friday, a jury found Timothy Clevenger guilty of first-degree murder for killing his wife Meg 5 years ago. Clevenger was originally arrested a few weeks after his wife was killed. Pulaski County Prosecutor Will Jones says the pandemic contributed to the delay of a verdict. He says it took the jury just 7 minutes to decide on a life sentence. In a continued effort to limit youth violence, officials in Pulaski County joined together in a panel discussion hosted by 100 families this week. Thursday, people in the community, the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office, and the Prosecuting Attorney's Office came together to voice their concerns about youth violence and child welfare. The two things most people in the room agreed on was to put more effort and focus into building relationships and community. 100 Families is launching a community-wide action committee in January with the goal to bring every resource and person working to fight this issue to develop a prevention approach. Aid organizations are warning of Palestinians inside Gaza are starving. This as Israel intensifies its bombing campaign inside the territory. Christian Benavidez reports.
On Sunday, Israel said it had struck hundreds of Hamas targets in southern Gaza, where Israeli defense forces have intensified their offensive. I will take revenge for you, my son, this man said. One of his sons was killed, another wounded, and being treated at this hospital in Khan Yunis. The World Health Organization calls Gaza's healthcare situation catastrophic. The head of UN's World Food Program warned half the population of Gaza faces starvation. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders echoing growing calls for Israel to minimize loss of civilian life inside the territory.
You can go to war against Hamas, but you cannot go to war against the Palestinian people.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken defended a move by the Biden administration to bypass Congress to sell nearly 14,000 rounds of tank ammunition to Israel while a foreign aid package is stalled.
A small portion of what has been requested is going through on an emergency basis, that is, moving quickly so that Israel can have what it needs in hand.
A new CBS News poll shows most Americans disapprove of President Biden's handling of the Israel-Hamas war, with few thinking his administration's actions are bringing things closer to a peaceful resolution. Christian Benavidez, CBS News.
That poll shows an increasing number of Democrats believe President Biden is giving too much support to Israel. 38% right now compared to 28% back in October. Little Rock police are reporting more murder cases getting solved at a rate even higher than the national average. But how are they doing that? We'll have more information in just a few minutes. And it's getting chilly out there. We'll have your weather forecast coming up.